According to the National Electrical Code, specifically the 2020 edition, a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI outlet, must be installed within 6 feet of the edge of a bathtub or shower. This requirement is designed to enhance electrical safety in areas where water is present, significantly reducing the risk of electric shock. The 6-foot measurement is crucial for compliance and safety. It is calculated from the point where water would overflow or spill over the edge of the tub or shower to the nearest edge of the GFCI outlet. This means you need to consider the maximum potential reach of water splashing or overflowing when determining the appropriate location for the GFCI outlet. To accurately measure this distance, first identify the overflow rim or edge of the bathtub or shower. This is typically the highest point where water would begin to spill out. Next, using a measuring tape or similar tool, extend the measurement from this overflow point in all directions. Any GFCI outlet located within the 6-foot radius must comply with NEC regulations. This regulation applies to all receptacles, meaning outlets, within the specified zone. It's not just about convenience but about protecting individuals from potential electrical hazards in wet environments. The purpose of a GFCI outlet is to detect ground faults, which occur when electricity unintentionally flows through a path outside the intended circuit. This can happen, for instance, if an appliance comes into contact with water, creating a path for electricity to flow through a person. When a ground fault is detected, the GFCI outlet quickly interrupts the circuit, cutting off the power supply and preventing potentially fatal electric shocks. It's important to understand the difference between a GFCI outlet and a standard outlet. A standard outlet simply provides a connection to the electrical circuit, while a GFCI outlet is built-in circuitry to monitor the current flow and detect ground faults. GFCI outlets are designed with a test and reset button, allowing for periodic testing to ensure they are functioning correctly. Regular testing is recommended to verify the outlet's ability to trip and interrupt the circuit in the event of a ground fault. Installing a GFCI outlet involves connecting it to the branch circuit wiring. Typically, there are line terminals for the incoming power and load terminals for extending the circuit to other outlets. It is critical to correctly identify the line and load wires to ensure the GFCI outlet operates as intended. Incorrect wiring can render the GFCI protection ineffective. When installing GFCI outlets near bathtubs or showers, it's recommended to use weatherproof or weather-resistant GFCI outlets. These outlets are designed to withstand moisture and humidity, further enhancing safety and preventing corrosion. The NEC also addresses the placement of other electrical devices near bathtubs and showers, such as light fixtures and switches. Generally, these devices must be located outside the reach of someone using the bathtub or shower, or they must be specifically designed and approved for use in wet locations. The NEC provides detailed guidelines on clearances and installation requirements to minimize electrical hazards. Compliance with the NEC is essential for ensuring electrical safety and preventing potential accidents. Local building codes may also have additional requirements or interpretations of the NEC, so it's important to consult with local authorities or a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Furthermore, the NEC covers other aspects of bathroom electrical installations, including the types of wiring methods permitted, the grounding requirements for electrical equipment, and the installation of exhaust fans. It's essential to adhere to all applicable requirements to ensure a safe and code-compliant installation. The 6-foot rule for GFCI outlets near bathtubs and showers is a critical safety measure that must be followed. It's not just a recommendation, it's a requirement designed to protect individuals from potentially life-threatening electrical shocks. By understanding the NEC requirements and following proper installation procedures, you can ensure a safe and compliant electrical system in your bathroom. It is important to note that electrical work should only be performed by qualified and licensed electricians. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and improper installation can lead to serious injury or property damage. If you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, it's always best to hire a professional. Firstly, always de-energize the circuit before working on any electrical wiring. Locate the circuit breaker that controls the outlet you will be working on and turn it off. Secondly, use a voltage tester to confirm that the circuit is de-energized before touching any wires. Thirdly, carefully disconnect the existing outlet from the wiring, making sure to note the location of each wire. Fourthly, connect the new GFCI outlet to the wiring, ensuring that the line and load wires are properly connected. Fifthly, secure the GFCI outlet in the electrical box and install the cover plate. Sixthly, turn the circuit breaker back on and test the GFCI outlet to ensure it is functioning correctly. Seventhly, press the test button on the GFCI outlet. The outlet should trip, cutting off the power supply. Eighthly, press the reset button to restore power to the outlet. Ninthly, if the GFCI outlet does not trip when the test button is pressed, or if it does not reset after tripping, it may be faulty and should be replaced. Tenthly, regular testing of GFCI outlets is essential to ensure they are functioning correctly. It's recommended to test GFCI outlets at least once a month. In addition to the 6-foot rule for GFCI outlets near bathtubs and showers, the NEC also requires GFCI protection for other locations in the bathroom, such as receptacles serving countertops and receptacles located outdoors. This ensures comprehensive protection against electrical shock hazards in all areas where water is present. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that covers all aspects of electrical installations. It's important to stay up to date with the latest edition of the NEC to ensure compliance and safety. Changes to the NEC are typically made every 3 years, so it's important to review the latest edition to identify any new requirements or revisions to existing requirements. The installation of GFCI outlets is a relatively simple and inexpensive way to enhance electrical safety in your home. It's a worthwhile investment that can protect you and your family from potentially life-threatening electrical shocks. Remember, electrical safety is paramount, and it's always best to err on the side of caution when working with electricity. Consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about electrical installations in your home. They can provide expert guidance and ensure that all work is performed safely and in accordance with the NEC and local building codes. In conclusion, understanding and adhering to the NEC requirements for GFCI outlet placement near bathtubs and showers is crucial for ensuring electrical safety in your home. The 6-foot rule, along with regular testing of GFCI outlets, can significantly reduce the risk of electrical shock and protect you and your family from potential hazards. Always prioritize electrical safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. The NEC also specifies requirements for the type of wiring that can be used in bathrooms. For example, the NEC typically requires the use of type NMB cable, which is a non-metallic sheath cable that is suitable for dry locations. However, in damp or wet locations, such as bathrooms, the NEC may require the use of type UF cable, which is an underground feeder cable that is designed to withstand moisture. Additionally, the NEC specifies requirements for the grounding of electrical equipment in bathrooms. Grounding is the process of connecting electrical equipment to the earth, which provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source in the event of a ground fault. This helps to protect individuals from electrical shock. The NEC requires that all metal parts of electrical equipment in bathrooms, such as metal enclosures and metal pipes, be grounded. This can be accomplished by connecting the metal parts to a grounding electrode conductor, which is a wire that is connected to a grounding electrode, such as a ground rod or a metal water pipe. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of lighting fixtures in bathrooms. Lighting fixtures must be located in such a way that they are not within reach of a person using the bathtub or shower. This helps to prevent electrical shock. Additionally, the NEC requires that all lighting fixtures in bathrooms be listed for use in wet locations. This means that the lighting fixtures have been tested and approved for use in areas where they may be exposed to moisture. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of exhaust fans in bathrooms. Exhaust fans are used to remove moisture and odors from the bathroom. The NEC requires that exhaust fans be vented to the outdoors. This helps to prevent moisture from building up in the bathroom, which can lead to mold and mildew growth. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of heating equipment in bathrooms. Heating equipment must be located in such a way that it is not within reach of a person using the bathtub or shower. This helps to prevent electrical shock. Additionally, the NEC requires that all heating equipment in bathrooms be listed for use in wet locations. This means that the heating equipment has been tested and approved for use in areas where they may be exposed to moisture. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of receptacles in bathrooms. Receptacles must be located in such a way that they are not within reach of a person using the bathtub or shower. This helps to prevent electrical shock. Additionally, the NEC requires that all receptacles in bathrooms be GFCI protected. This means that the receptacles are equipped with a GFCI device, which will trip the circuit if a ground fault is detected. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of switches in bathrooms. Switches must be located in such a way that they are not within reach of a person using the bathtub or shower. This helps to prevent electrical shock. Additionally, the NEC requires that all switches in bathrooms be listed for use in wet locations. This means that the switches have been tested and approved for use in areas where they may be exposed to moisture. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of electrical equipment in swimming pools and spas. Electrical equipment in swimming pools and spas must be located in such a way that it is not within reach of a person using the swimming pool or spa. This helps to prevent electrical shock. Additionally, the NEC requires that all electrical equipment in swimming pools and spas be listed for use in wet locations. This means that the electrical equipment has been tested and approved for use in areas where they may be exposed to moisture. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of electrical equipment in marinas and boatyards. Electrical equipment in marinas and boatyards must be located in such a way that it is not within reach of a person using the marina or boatyard. This helps to prevent electrical shock. Additionally, the NEC requires that all electrical equipment in marinas and boatyards be listed for use in wet locations. This means that the electrical equipment has been tested and approved for use in areas where they may be exposed to moisture. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of electrical equipment in agricultural buildings. Electrical equipment in agricultural buildings must be located in such a way that it is not within reach of livestock. This helps to prevent electrical shock. Additionally, the NEC requires that all electrical equipment in agricultural buildings be listed for use in wet locations. This means that the electrical equipment has been tested and approved for use in areas where they may be exposed to moisture. The NEC also specifies requirements for the installation of electrical equipment in hazardous locations. Hazardous locations are areas where there is a risk of fire or explosion due to the presence of flammable gases, vapors, or dusts. Electrical equipment in hazardous locations must be specifically designed and approved for use in such locations. This helps to prevent fires and explosions. The NEC is a complex document, but it is essential for ensuring electrical safety. If you are not familiar with the NEC, it is best to consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work. The 6-foot rule isn't just about the physical distance, it's about creating a safety zone. Think of it as a bubble around the water source, and anything electrical needs to be outside that bubble unless it's specifically designed and approved for use within it. This includes not only outlets but also switches, live fixtures, and even electrical appliances. If you're remodeling your bathroom or building a new one, it's a good idea to have your electrical plans reviewed by a qualified electrician to make sure they comply with the NEC and local building codes. This can help you avoid costly mistakes and ensure that your bathroom is safe for you and your family. Another important consideration is the type of GFCI outlet you use. There are several different types of GFCI outlets available, each with its own features and benefits. Some GFCI outlets are designed to be tamper-resistant, which means they have shutters that prevent children from inserting objects into the slots. Other GFCI outlets are designed to be weather-resistant, which means they are better able to withstand moisture and humidity. When choosing a GFCI outlet for your bathroom, it's important to select one that is appropriate for the location and the intended use. For example, If you're installing a GFCI outlet near a bathtub or shower, you should choose a weather-resistant GFCI outlet. And if you have young children, you should choose a tamper-resistant GFCI outlet. In addition to the 6-foot rule and the type of GFCI outlet you use, there are other electrical safety precautions you should take in your bathroom. For example, you should never use electrical appliances near water. This includes hair dryers, curling irons, and electric shavers. If you must use electrical appliances in the bathroom, make sure your hands are dry and that you are standing on a dry surface. You should also never overload electrical outlets. Overloading an outlet can cause it to overheat and potentially start a fire. If you need to plug in multiple electrical appliances, use a power strip with a surge protector. And finally, you should always have your bathroom electrical system inspected by a qualified electrician on a regular basis. This will help to identify any potential problems and ensure that your bathroom is safe for you and your family.